afternoon, everybody. It is Wednesday afternoon, January 14th. We're very excited to have you here. Today, we're going to talk about AI and how you might actually be replacing yourself if you don't leverage artificial intelligence. Now, the short answer, and just kind of take some of this secret out of it, is you are. You're going to cause yourself major problems if you do not adopt AI. And what I want to spend today, just the next 10, 12 minutes, is going through why that's actually the case. Not anecdotal evidence, not theory, but actual facts on the ground of what's actually happening out there. Facts you need to be paying attention to. Now, in early 2023, a gentleman by the name of Eric Vaughn, he was the chief executive officer of a company called Ignite Tech. He made a very brutal, very what's the word I'm looking for? Controversial and dramatic decision. He decided that his employees were either going to get on board with AI or they were going to get gone. And he made everything available to his team. He gave them the training, he gave them the tools, he gave them the encouragement, he gave them everything they needed to succeed. And still, he ran into resistance. As he put it, implementing the technology was easy, but getting the culture change, that was actually the hard part. And over the next 2 years, he actually ended up not laying off, but actually replacing upwards of 80% of his staff. And he has no regrets. He feels like this is a critical decision for the survival of his company. And he still feels it was the right decision for the survival of his company. Again, notice he didn't replace people with AI. He replaced people unwilling to learn, use, and employ AI. That's a big difference. You have to remember, companies don't exist to serve their employees. They exist to make money. The employees bring a product, service, production, skills that they trade for money. That's what a business basically does. It's not here to simply give people a job. That's not the way it works. The people serve the company so that the company grows and the company returns the favor, so to speak, by paying everybody a big salary, a big wage. So across the workforce, there's a lot of surveys out there that are showing that while executives may believe employees are enthusiastic about AI, many individual contributors are feeling uncertain or overwhelmed by simply adopting it. Add to that the skills that some people have spent their entire lives developing, dedicating themselves to, the skill that makes them a unique employee. These skills are being actively automated by AI before people even realize what is happening. And this is why there's a lot of people out there that are upset about AI. They don't want to use AI. They actively sabotage the use of AI. And what this means is every company actually out there has an opportunity to build a better support and clear path for internal employees to integrate AI into their daily workflow while retaining the real people, interpersonal relationships that have already driven that company's success. In every challenge, there actually lies an opportunity to grow, improve, make money, advance your career. I'm going to say that again. In every challenge you run into, with every obstacle you run into, you need to treat it like an opportunity to grow, get better, improve your career. If you approach it from that perspective, you're typically going to end up on top. AI adoption is more than just making our jobs easier. Right now, it's our company imperative. Now, note I said imperative, not competitive advantage, because failing to adapt simply means you're going to be left behind. Learning how to use AI in your day-to-day is going to make all the difference in the world between whether you move ahead or you become obsolete. JP Morgan, Citigroup, they've rolled out proprietary AI tools that hundreds of thousands of internal employees are now using. And it's saving tens of thousands of work hours, and it's improving decision-making and operational efficiencies. Retail and customer companies like Lowe's, they're emphasizing that AI's purpose is to reduce repetitive tasks, free employees to focus on bringing more value and more human centric work. In Australia, Qantas and Wesfarmers are investing billions of dollars in workforce upskilling, not layoffs, but making AI a collaborative force that is boosting productivity across teams, and it's not diminishing any individual roles. IBM and Unilever have implemented AI powered onboarding systems that personalize learning paths and reduce administrative work. It's leading to increased employee retention and faster productivity gains for new hires. There are case studies across industries from healthcare to retail to manufacturing to finance to illustrate how AI is automating repetitive tasks and enabling employees to create or to concentrate on the creative problem solving part of their job. And of course, customer service. These examples that I've cited, these really aren't the outliers. It's the foundational shift of AI augmenting human capability rather than substituting for it. The World Economic Forum did an analysis and it showed that AI skills are becoming more valuable than traditional job experience in many fields. This trend doesn't mean jobs are disappearing, it means rather that the nature of the work is actually evolving. Roles that thrive will be those that combine uniquely human strengths, which includes empathy, critical thinking, creativity, with AI enabled efficiency. And that mirrors exactly what a lot of the leaders I'm talking to are advocating. The future belongs to individuals and teams that continuously learn, adapt, and collaborate with individuals or with intelligent systems. So, what is my core message to you today? If you learn AI, if you learn how to employ AI, and you make AI work for you, you're not going to be replaced by AI. But you do risk becoming obsolete if you don't learn how to use it, how to apply it. When I when I joined in recruiting, we had a Windows 9. Everybody was using Windows 95. This is back in the day, and Windows 95 was pretty new. And we hired in recruiters that were used to the old paper filing system. They didn't want to learn Windows 95. And I found that really curious as a young man. I was 27 years old at the time. My thinking was either I can make the technology work for me or I'm going to end up working for the technology. And so I decided to make the technology work for me. And that's how I've managed my career ever since. I'm always looking at technology from the standpoint of how can it enhance and grow my personal career. And that's the core of the message I'm trying to communicate to all my recruiters, all my account managers out there today is don't fear it, employ it. I'm seeing a lot of companies, I'm getting prospected literally every day by companies saying, we have an AI tool that will replace recruiting. I do a lot of the demos, the ones that look more interesting than the others. I have yet to see an AI tool that can replace what we do for a living. Oh, it can make calls. It can transcribe calls. It can ask basic questions. But that human to human connection, it's just not there. It's never going to be there. You cannot replace the human being with the synthetic and expect to improve your results. Now, if you're lazy, yeah, you're going to be replaced. If everything you do is repetitive, you better learn how to not be repetitive and add real value to the process and let AI do the repetitive portion of what you're actually doing. AI can amplify your productivity. It can reduce time spent on the mundane. It can enhance your creativity and analytical insights. And it can open the door to newer and higher value roles. That means more money for you. We all need to think of AI as like a power tool in the hands of a trained, creative professional. It's going to enable work that previously was unattainable or even unimaginable. Studies are showing increase, an increase in job satisfaction and efficacy amongst people who are actively embracing AI in their job. So I want you to embrace this new AI era with confidence. Vaughn's experience at Ignite Tech highlights just how difficult it can be to shift a corporate culture, but bringing that productivity to bear, building new products in days rather than months, developing cutting edge new solutions that help you better compete, and the ability to work simply smarter. Come on, guys, what an amazing time we live in. Across sectors, across geographies, across countries, companies, no company that I know of is betting against AI. My company, well, always got to worry about how this works here. GTN, we're betting with AI. We're investing in our team and our people's ability to use it. The future of work isn't going to be about machines replacing humans. It's going to be about humans embracing machines to deliver better outcomes. I want you to adapt. I want you to learn. I want you to grow. Your career's advancement won't come from resisting the future. It never has in the history of mankind. You know, the horse and buggy, it didn't it didn't put people out of jobs, or the car didn't put horse and buggy people out of jobs. It reskilled them to work on cars, where they reskilled to a different industry altogether. Winners of the future are going to augment their production with AI today. So this has been Deep Recruiting, trying to keep it simple, trying to keep it short for everybody. I want to hear your questions about this. I'd love to hear your comments about how you're using AI, specific tools. I'll tell you some of mine. I'm using ChatGPT. I'm using Gemini. I'm using Grok, Super Grok, actually. I'm using all of them because each one does something different and better for me. A lot of the AI tools I'm seeing trying to be sold are really just a wrapper on top of ChatGPT or Copilot or whatever. Why would I pay a vendor to do something that I can pay a $20 a month subscription fee and get it all taken care of? I've got direct access to it. We've been tinkering with AI. We've created some outbound voice messages and some other things. Again, highly repetitive task stuff, and it works great, but it hasn't replaced human beings yet, and it's not going to. So let us know in the comments how you're using AI, what the advantage to you is, how it streamlined your productivity. I think it certainly made me more productive in what I'm doing. This has been Deep Recruiting. Again, we want to hear your questions too. We want to know what obstacles you're running into. Maybe you're running into specific obstacles with AI. Maybe your experience with AI is the exact opposite of what I've just gone over. I'd like to hear about it. Email us at deeprecruiting@teamgtn. I'll address it live on air, keeping it confidential, of course. And challenge us. Throw down the gauntlet. Make me work for it. Challenge me a little bit. I'd love to hear from you guys. Tune in every week. We will not be here next Wednesday, but we will be back again 2 weeks from today. And we'll go over more specific tips, tricks, and tactics you need to use in recruiting to build your own personal success. Appreciate you tuning in. Give us a like, comment, a share. Your comments help me grow this podcast. My goal is to get 1,000 listeners every time we live stream. We're nowhere near that, but we are edging up every single week. So let's get that word out. Let's get everybody out there. Rising tide lifts all boats. Appreciate everybody tuning in. And please make it a great week, everybody. Thanks so much.